guys, Gemma here, I'm back again for another video, and I've just gotten in so I look like complete crap, but boy have I got a banger of a charity shop video game hunt for you guys. I'm going to show some clips right now. Managed to pick up an entire bag, which is just behind the camera, of PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games, and you're going to see the footage, and then after that we're going to come back and we're going to conclude. Really sorry my hair is such a mess, guys, but do not go anywhere. This is probably the best pickups from charity shops I've had in a long time, so I'm eager to show it, guys. Hope you're having a great day. Grab yourselves a coffee, hit that subscribe button, and don't go anywhere, guys. Let's roll the footage. So we ain't wasting any time, and I went into this first charity shop, and I always, like I've said in previous charity shop game hunts, then I go to the DVD section because sometimes you can find the odd thing clambered in with this, but unfortunately in this first place I didn't really find anything. Now my second strategy in places like this are to just pop over to like where the kids' jigsaws are and things, because again things can tend to be mixed up. You might find the odd controller or game guide or anything like that, but unfortunately in this one I didn't find anything, but I did clock this, and it was my last ditch effort in this first place to just have a little look through and make sure I wasn't missing anything. And at this point, I'm not gonna lie, I was starting to feel a little bit deflated, and because I went into the second one and did the same thing. Check the DVD section, check the CD section, and I'm looking for the blue spines, I'm looking for the green spines of the Xbox, and nothing jumped out, which tends to have been the general pattern for any retro game hunt that I've done in charity shops of late. Every now and again you do find a really good game, so when I went into the next shop, which you're about to see, it was just absolutely unbelievable. So I was just, checking the CDs, checking the kids section at the back, making sure that I'd not missed anything, and I like to show this footage even when I don't find anything, because it proves that you win some and you lose some, and unfortunately in these first two I definitely lost it. So straight into the third, and I immediately saw a couple of PC games and some PlayStation 2 games, walking up to them expecting things like FIFA, but to my surprise there are actually some really decent games. You guys can see things like a couple of copies of Gran Turismo, The Warriors, SmackDown if that's your thing, and I did pick up a couple of things, and in fact I will show you at the end of this video exactly what I picked up, but there may be, you may be able to kind of clock it from watching the footage, but please stay to the end as you'll get a much better look at what I picked up. Now to my surprise, I didn't have Gran Turismo 4 in my collection. If I did, lurking at the back of my shelf somewhere, I certainly didn't have it in the white box, and I'm not joking when I tell you guys this was in absolutely amazing condition, so I did pick it up. Now Time Crisis 3 I believe I already own, and it's just a shame that games like Time Crisis don't work with the gun on the new flat screens. You have to have a CRT TV, which is something that I don't have. Otherwise I probably just would have picked this up for the sake of it, I could have just given it to my nephews or something. So I'm like double, triple checking prices, and then I had this like weird thing like, do I have this? And I concluded that I do actually have it on the original Xbox, but definitely not on the PlayStation 2, which floors me. So here you guys saw this lady with some PlayStation 1 games right there, because just after I shot that last bit of footage, I asked her if there was anything else in the back, and she comes out with this awesome pile of PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 1 games. Now you'll get a good look at them like I said at the end of the video, but I believe I picked up absolutely everything here. I think I spent about 30 quid in total. These games wavered between like £1.50 and £2, and they were in really, really good condition. So between us, we all looked through and we made sure all the discs were in there, and I was just like, that moment where you're looking through games and you're like, oh my G baby, oh my G, and you're feeling really good at this point. Because you found some nice little titles, things that you don't typically see in charity shops, and for me that is the buzz, that is the rush. Now I do a lot of retro game hunts where I spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds, but these types of videos are awesome because it shows that you don't need to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds to get a really nice bundle of games. I was so stoked with what I bought, and I definitely looked through everything as you guys see here, and like I said, things were in amazing condition. Now, I just want to say that the two ladies that were helping me were really, really helpful. They were super nice, super friendly. You know, they didn't have to get these games out the back for me. And I was just chatting away asking how, you know, do you get many games in? And she did say that a lot of collectors go in and they're always after, quote, these old games, meaning the PlayStation 1 games. And I think a lot of people do, they, you know, they are aware that you will get the odd hidden gem. You will get the odd copy of your Final Fantasy 7, 8 and 9 in a charity shop, because unfortunately people that take them in don't know the worth. And yes, it's great to be able to help charity and pay, you know, like give something back. Most of these games were on like gift aid, so it meant that this particular store got an extra 25% from the government based on what I spent, and I did spend £30, so I'm happy that, you know, you can kind of pay it forward by giving back to charity. So we're just checking all the discs. I think one of these didn't have the disc in. I don't remember which one it was, but she did make a point of saying, I think it was like a Star Wars game on the PlayStation 2, which is a shame. Obviously people feel that they have to go in and steal them, which is absolutely ridiculous. But nonetheless, it was just, I thought, you know, they didn't have to do this. I could have just walked out, paid, you know, walked out and then had a couple of discs missing. But it was an absolutely wicked little hunt. So at this point then, I'm just about to cash out, and I do hit up another store which you're about to see, which I have actually found some stuff in previously on a previous retro game hunt, but today in here there was very slim pickings, and it was my usual tactic: DVD section, CD section, and then right down at the bottom here there's some really lame, boring PC games, couple of lame PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 games. Needless to say, they stayed exactly where they were, but I like to show this footage because it's not all about the glory. Sometimes you get in there with a nice little find like I did, and sometimes you don't, and unfortunately this shop I didn't. So guys, let's jump back to the games room. Don't go anywhere, keep drinking your cups of tea, and let's take a look at the conclusion. And guys, everything is here. So we're going to take a look. I'm just going to place this down here. Fortunately, there's a box. There's actually 3 boxes here. Got some insane stuff you guys have been sending me in the post, so thank you. So you've probably seen most of the games on there. Now, I did go in and filmed, like I said, and then asked if there were anything else in the back, and the ladies were so nice. I can't thank them enough. So excuse this horrible noise. I'm just going to grab and go. This is going to do this a little bit quicker than what we do normal pickups, because again, you've probably seen most of them. But went in for some PS2 games. Surprisingly, didn't own Gran Turismo 4. Now, this is in really nice condition. I will add additional pictures over on my Instagram. It's in the description if you guys want to go check it out, but I'll probably put it on screen now. Really nice condition as well. Every one of these is in stellar condition. You saw us checking the discs in the store. Picked up Jack 3. The majority of these waved between £1.50 and £2, so actually got some really nice bargains. And what I want to know from you guys, as always, is have you played any of these? And let me know, tag me on social media, of anything that you've been finding in charity shops of late. Now, got a Team 17 classic for you, Worms, this being Worms 4 Mayhem. Actually played a lot of this and it's a ton of fun, and I was actually surprised to see like titles of this integrity in a charity shop, like for real. Usually it's like a lot of FIFA stuff, and don't get me wrong, you guys saw that there was some FIFA stuff in there, but we'll just leave that there. Gun and the Warriors. Now, like I said, in terms of charity shop titles, these are absolutely awesome. I actually have this, I believe I have this on the original Xbox, but not on the PlayStation 2. And shockingly, I don't own this Rockstar Classic, The Warriors. So decided to grab them in the collection. And I think that was pretty much what I picked up off the shelf. And then I asked if there was anything in the back, and this is what I got. Let's start with the PlayStation 1 titles then, guys. An awesome game. I think I have a copy of this, but I just wanted to pick it up anyway. No Fear Downhill Mountain Biking. This is an awesome game. If you haven't played it and you want a different kind of challenge on the PlayStation 1, This is awesome. It's very fast. It's very kind of like adrenaline based kind of gameplay because some of the paths that you have to navigate down are really, really narrow. And this really does get the blood pumping. My brother and I loved this as a kid. It is absolutely awesome and wanted to pick it up. But check this. You've already seen it, guys. Croc 2. Got in a charity shop. In a charity shop. £2. All these PS1 titles were £2. So picked up Croc 2. These are all complete. Super stoked. Next up we got Star Wars. Yep. Star Wars. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Probably one of the worst Star Wars films in history, but a PlayStation game that I don't own. And I think anything with the Star Wars franchise attached to it is worth picking up. So let me know in the comment section below if you've played this awesome game. Next up then, guys, is a Disney classic. This is I can't read. Disney's action game featuring Hercules. Again, another one that I don't think I own, and this is why I was so surprised when she brought these out. You know, especially kind of seeing Croc 2 there, I knew I was just kind of like, I was like, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that. I was just like in my elements. I was so stoked. And then Mickey's Wild Adventure, which unfortunately, I think you can see it's missing manual and it's missing the inlay. I own a copy of this, but I'll probably just look to replace because I don't think I own the Platinum version. So that's super cool. Now, more PS2 and 360 games. One 360 game in which I'm like super stoked about because it does go for a fair bit and you'll see exactly what it is. But this also goes for a fair bit. We got Crash Tag Team Racing. Like, let's just stop and wait for those sirens to go past. Tag Team Racing. Again, to see something like this in a charity shop is absolutely mind-blowing. Love the Crash Team Racing on the PlayStation 1. I've never played Tag Team Racing on the PlayStation 2, but I think with anything like, you know, your Crash Bandicoot trilogy, you're onto a winner. Like, before you've even popped the game in the PlayStation 2, you're onto a winner. So I'm like super revved about that. I'm going to put that over here. Next up then, we're diving into the 360 titles now. Okay, so we've got Beowulf the game. I think this is missing manual, so if you guys have a manual that you want to flog, let me know on my Facebook group because I will purchase it from you. We've got Indiana Jones The Adventure Continues. This is Lego Indiana Jones. Again, awesome little title to have on the 360. I'm really going to be beefing out my 360. Got a video planned this week about the 360, all being well, so that should be out on Friday. So keep an eye out for that. Next up then, guys, is Test Drive Unlimited 2. Again, looks pretty gnarly on the back, like looks really nice, and I've never played it, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to give it a go. At the very worst, my brother and I will enjoy this when he comes over, so that's pretty darn cool. But if you've played it, what does it kind of like compare like in terms of like Gran Turismo? I mean, I know that's a PlayStation exclusive. I know your Xbox tends to favour more, you know, the Forza brand, but Test Drive Unlimited 2, never played it. I've actually never seen it knocking about, but on the back it looks pretty decent, so let me know, is this any good? Two more games to show you then, one of which is Skate. This goes for an absolute mint, so I was like, yes, I don't have it in my collection. Buzzing about that. You usually pay between £8 and £10 for this, depending on where you get it from. If you're lucky enough, you can snag it at a car boot. There will be some car boot videos coming as well. Keep an eye out for them. But so like, yes, when this came out, dude, it was like goodbye Tony Hawk's games. Like, never have I been able to affiliate myself with Tony Hawk games the same. Like, when this came out, it was just so damn awesome. And finally, we have a Lego Lord of the Rings game. Again, a really powerful franchise. I wasn't leaving without it. I think I literally just left the rest of all the like the sport titles and the Zumba Wii stuff. So you may have caught them on the footage there. I think for me, like personally, probably since 2012-2013 seasons, this is one of the best charity shop hauls that I have found in years. So there we go, guys. Sorry I'm kind of looking a little bit jaded and I'm kind of like
a little bit whacked out completely. I've just gotten in, but thank you very much for watching. I will be back Friday with a video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a thumbs up and share the video with your friends. I'll be most grateful. Thank you for all the support, guys. My name is Gemma. Take care. See you soon.